How do we work together? We work together actually really well because I think we complement each other in a funny way.
I think we split activities very easily.
Yes. What you can always find at our, with our brand, basically, we always say our brand is for the off-duty rock star.
Yeah.
So it always has a little bit of a rock and roll finish. It's super high quality, beautiful fabrications, about 90% from Italy or France. It's not really very a conscious thing when we start to design a new collection. It's kind of more like an instinctual thing.
But what we try to do is we say listen, let's make sure that each garment that we design, that we produce,
is the
has
best.
an amazing punch.
When we sketch the collection, then we look per piece individually and we say, okay, what can we do to upgrade this piece? What can we do to make this the best piece? Whether it's a t-shirt, a pair of tuxedo pants, a blazer, or a coat, what can we do to make it special? What can we do to make it different, individual?
We always wanted to go to Italy. We didn't understand how much they could do. And then, now I can't imagine working anywhere else but Italy.
Yeah, such a privilege to work there. We were thinking, okay, now we want to start manufacturing in Italy, and we needed a really good factory to make leather products for us. In the end, we chose
the best one.
The best one.
No, sì, normale, c'è tutti i
Normale.
campionari, tutte le cose.
Here, my blouse.
Oh yeah, the blouse. So
the small brands can drive the kind of brand in the very smart solution, and they have the fantasy on that kind of brain, and they can drive everything by the home they themselves wants.
Italians, they love the dream, they love the story behind the brand. I think that's why a lot of factories choose to work with us, because they are so excited because it's new things that they're making, and it's always quality stuff but with a very fresh perspective. This is one of the jackets that we made here, and the idea behind this jacket was kind of like a bomber jacket, and then this is all leather, so it's a corset, and then actually the ribbed cuffs are also made out of leather. And what's special about this is this actually is all embroidered, all done in St. Gallen in Switzerland. This is leather, and then this stitch that you see around, this is all done by hand. It's the print of a crocodile basically onto the pony hair. We did some jackets from this, and we did belts from this, we did sleeves, we made a full motorcycle jacket from this material, from this leather. They always bring ideas, and because these people, some of the seamstresses, they've been working in the factories for up to 30+ years. So they have so much knowledge, they've seen so much, they have amazing machinery in the factories. So of course we are still even learning every day, and it's nice to get the feedback from these experts.
I really like working with them because we have a more personal relationship. We bounce ideas off of each other. Because the young brands like to try new things more so than others. I think that we can learn together. Doing that, you get results that you didn't expect that are better than what you expected.
So this is one of our production pieces for fall winter. It's called the Chapman coat. And what's cool about this coat is it's reversible. So when you're feeling a little bit more, crazy, you can wear it on the copper foil side.
we know other, especially larger fashion houses where they don't ever come to the factory. And the factory is like a big word for here. They're really essentially like very developed ateliers,
Yeah.
It's not, they're not huge, So many ideas for us happen when we're there because we can do the test right away. If this idea is possible.
But in general, it's always a good experience working with Italians because they're so passionate. So nice.
and I think it seems like they like it a lot too, overall.
So I think like a year or year and a half before we did our last shows, I was thinking about doing something else. I didn't want to do shows anymore because I felt like with the shows, I couldn't really build the whole story of how we came to the idea of the collection. And I was saying to Chris, like, I want to do something else, maybe photo shoots, like, let's think about it. And everybody in the industry told me, no, you're stupid, like, everybody's gonna think your company is going bankrupt or something, that you cannot afford the shows. But I didn't give up, and I said, I really want to do something else. And Chris and I, we spoke about it long, and then Ellen, she's a very good friend of ours, and she agreed to do our first photo shoots. So for the fall-winter photo shoot, we are shooting it at an auto repair shop because the whole idea is this biker gang, a Georgine gang, and they're the girls. The idea of the collection and the inspiration is about a woman that's in touch with her masculine side.
Yeah, but in the end, I mean, what we talked about was just the fact that, like, I feel like your clients, like the way our friends are, everything is kind of like this really very eclectic gang, and that's what we talked about. We just decided to make a story based around this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, getting in touch with her masculine side, I think that your woman is always a badass, regardless of masculine or feminine, you know? So, yeah.
When they talked to me about collaborating on a photo shoot, I was very interested and checked out their clothes, which I loved. They're very glamorous, sexy, and really beautiful. And so I agreed to do a shoot for them.
Essentially, my role was to come in and to, I guess, style it up and make it a bit cool and a bit biker, and essentially get across that girl gang image for the modern clientele, which is what we've done.
And I think it's very important to have new brands and young designers, because it's very, very hard for them to succeed in this world where the big brands rule. And so it was a pleasure for me to do this shoot.
Actually, the really great thing is that Georgine actually carries the style that she also has in her brand. So automatically, I think you kind of get a really good feeling of the designer and what you're able to get in the clothing.
Georgine chose the way of doing a lookbook, which turned into actually a beautiful artwork, you know, with my pictures laid out in a very beautiful artistic way, which I always love seeing. And I think it's a great idea, you know, it's something which lasts, like a fashion show. You look at it for 20 minutes and then it's over and forgotten. About a book, you have it for all your life and you have it on your shelf and can look through it, show it to your friends, and it's actually a beautiful thing to keep.
Having something like this, which is a high quality, something that you can keep, and something that is unique, that really resonate with people.
I love it because it's a tool, it's a material. So it's for me to talk more about Georgine and have a better look every time and rediscover details.
Anybody can have a fashion show, and that's great for some brands, but if it doesn't translate to the customer, why?
You feel special. It's like a present that you get delivered to you every single season, and it's such a nice extra that not many other people do.
I think it's a wonderful idea. So much is lost in a big fashion show, but the lookbook it's so beautiful. We have it displayed and it makes such a strong impact when you really invest as Georgine has.
And And then I think like now presenting our new collection, of course you're always a little bit self-conscious or vulnerable in the beginning because you've worked so long on it for months. I mean, we've worked on spring for what, the past 5 months or something, I don't even know. So of course it's like your baby, and you put sweat and tears and joy into that, and then you can only hope that they like it.
It's nice that they like it, but it's such a personal thing. I mean,
well, it's very subjective fashion, and it's like our collections are always continuations of our last collection, let's say, because we're always designing for the same woman, right? So it's a collection of thoughts